Attention, please.
This uploading is only for educational purpose.
No intention to infringe copyrights.
Learning English with subtitles, GPITRAL.
Follow us.
Things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very well done, David and James. Graham and David, you've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £3,000. Now, you're going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The first pair to get to the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many colours of the Olympic rings as they could. Colours of the Olympic rings. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any of the colours of the 5 rings on the Olympic flag. And there are 5 answers.
Thanks, Richard. Now, David and James, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. So, let me know which one you want to go for.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
OK, we have an answer.
I think so. We've decided to go for black.
You're going to go for black. OK, Graham and David H. Black has gone.
Gold.
Green, definitely.
Green. We'll go green.
You're going to go green. We have black, we have green. David and James have said black. Let's see how many people said black. That's right, obviously. Down it goes, 51. 51 for black. Now, Graham and David have gone for green. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said green. Wow. A very high score there for green. OK, so after our first question, David P. and James are ahead, 1-0. Richard?
Yeah, black was the killer answer there. Those 5 colours together with white, which is the background. The idea there was that every single flag of the world was represented in some way. There wasn't a single flag of the world at that time which didn't have one of those colours in it. Let's take a look at all of them. Black far and away the best answer with 51, then yellow 84, green 90, blue 96 and red 98.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, here is your second question. Graham and David, you have to win this question. Stay in the game. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Oasis albums as they could. Oasis albums. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any studio album released by Oasis prior to the start of 2011. Greatest hits albums and live albums don't count. There are 8 albums on the list.
OK, now, Graham and David H., you get to go first this time.
I think you defer to me on this one. I've gone blank. It's not going to be pointless. It's going to be a very high answer, but I'll have to go for What's the Story, Morning Glory.
What's the Story, Morning Glory? OK.
Well, I think that's going to be quite high, possibly the highest. So I don't think we should gamble. I think we should go for the middle of the road one.
Right.
So what options have you got?
Heathen Chemistry, I think, is one.
Is that definitely an album?
Yeah, and
Standing
on the Shoulder of
I'd go
Giants.
for that one.
OK, we'll go for Standing on the Shoulder of Giants.
OK. So we have What's the Story, Morning Glory from Graham and David H. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. 23, that's a lower score than I was anticipating for that. What's the Story, Morning Glory? Only 23. Now then, David and James, you have to get below 23 with Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Think you can do that?
That's a low score.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat.
If you can, you are through to the final. Let's see, Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? That's right. Very well done. You are through to the final. 9 beats 23. After 2 questions, David P. and James are through to the final 2-0. Richard.
Yeah, well played, David and James. There were 5 answers that would have beaten Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, one of which was Heathen Chemistry. But let's take a look at all of them. Right at the bottom, the most recent one prior to 2011, Dig Out Your Soul, is the tour for that where Noel Gallagher quit. The Master Plan on 2 is a collection of B-sides. Heathen Chemistry and Don't Believe the Truth on 5. Be Here Now, that scores 8. Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, based on an Isaac Newton quote, that title would have scored you 9. Definitely Maybe at 20, and What's the Story, Morning Glory was top of the pile on 23.
Thanks very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head is Graham and David H. Oh, bad luck, bad luck. You've played incredibly well throughout the show so far, and it's rather ill-served by the order in which you were placed, I would say there. I think you had black, probably, didn't you, for the
I had
the
that.
Olympic rings.
I've got Heathen Chemistry at home as well, but forgot the title, so...
Forgot the title, oh dear. You've played fulsomely in this game. I'm sorry we have to say goodbye to you now, but we will see you again next time. Look forward to that. Thanks very much for playing. Great competition. But for David and James, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £3,000. Congratulations, David and James. You fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. So very, very well done.
Very good.
You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £3,000. There it is. Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer, an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. Now, we've had 2 pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find 1 more now, and you will go home with that money. First, though, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. Here they are. Fashion, comic actors, or Spain. Fashion, comic actors, or Spain. What do you think?
Well, we're not very good in geography, as we've demonstrated over the last couple of shows. Fashion, I think we've answered that.
It's going to be fashion.
So I think we've answered that. So
Let's go for comic actors.
comic actors.
Comic actors. OK, well, let's find out what the question is. Good luck. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Steve Martin films as they could. Steve Martin films. Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any feature film which has had a cinema release for which Steve Martin has received an acting credit, including as a voice artist up to the start of 2011. As always, TV films, short films, documentaries don't count. Any Steve Martin film. OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that £3,000 jackpot is for just 1 of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Okay, Man with 2 Brains?
Yeah, I think that'll be there. The jerk will be there. Do you know any ones he's done a voiceover for?
No, I don't, no.
What's the one where he turns into a woman?
All of Me. Yeah.
That's not too bad.
LA Story.
LA Story, yeah.
And then you've got the Three Amigos.
That could be a good one. Yeah, things when maybe he's not been the lead. Any cameos? No.
I don't know, Parenthood. He was in Parenthood.
Yeah.
He was in... what else he was in his mid-80s stuff?
Mid-80s. What about the 70s stuff? The late stuff no one watches.
I don't know, Cheaper by the Dozen. Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Yeah, fantastic. Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
He did that remake of the Pink Panther, Inspector Clouseau.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go for that.
5 seconds left.
I think he's done voiceover before.
Can't think of them.
OK, that's your minute up. We were looking for Steve Martin films. I now need 3 answers from you.
OK, so we'll have Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
All of Me?
Is that the one where he changes?
Yeah, where he gets taken over by the woman.
All of Me.
All of Me and...
The Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther. OK, of those 3 answers, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
Cheaper by the Dozen
2.
Let's put that... Oh, have you seen it?
I have, yeah. I have seen worse films, but I've also seen better.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
OK, Cheaper by the Dozen 2, we will put last.
Yeah.
Which is your least likely punt at a pointless answer?
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther. OK, let's put them up on the board in that order. Here they are. The Pink Panther, All of Me, and Cheaper by the Dozen 2. OK, well, this was your least confident answer. Your first answer, the Pink Panther. You only have to find one pointless answer to win the £3,000 jackpot. Let's see if the Pink Panther is a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Maybe that will be pointless, who knows?
Okay.
£3,000 riding on it. The Pink Panther. Well, it's right. This would have to go all the way down to 0 if you're going to leave here with £3,000 on this answer. Down it goes into single figures, only just. Well, in this regard at least, that is not a pointless film.
No.
So therefore, you only have 2 shots left at the pointless jackpot. We are looking for Steve Martin films. £3,000. What would you do with £3,000?
Well, I'm in the process of renovating my house, and there's certain essential items I need, such as a bed.
Yeah?
Me and my wife had a little boy a couple of years ago. He's 19 months, so we're quite tired.
I bet you
So
are.
it'd be really nice to have a nice, well, a bed, yeah.
We'll have a
or a nice holiday.
nice holiday. That'd
Yeah.
be perfect. Yeah, do some childcare in a different climate.
That's right, yeah. Everything's better when the sun's shining.
Try not sleeping somewhere where it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Excellent. OK. Well, let's hope nobody said your next answer. Your next answer, which is all of me. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. £3,000. Let's see if all of me is a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. It's right. The Pink Panther went down to 9. This you thought you had a bit more faith in. Let's see how it does. Down to the teens, down to single figures. All of me, all the way down. Oh, to 1. Oh.
Right.
I tell you what, that went in the right direction, though, didn't it? You went from 9 to 1.
Yeah.
I think if you can keep that up, keep that trajectory up. Cheaper by the dozen too. You see, that's a brilliant answer. A sequel. OK, well, you only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. And it all rests on Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Who'd have ever thought that that was the film between you and £3,000?
I know.
Well, you said this was the answer you had the most faith in. You thought this was a better punt than the last
I
one.
know. But all of me did well there.
Yeah.
OK, let's see. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Has to be right and it has to be pointless. Let's see if it is. It's right. So now, we've come from 9 down to 1. Surely this goes down to pointless, and if it does, you leave here with 3,000. Oh, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that crucial, pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £3,000. Very disappointing indeed. That rolls over to the next show, but you have been fantastic contestants, and you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy.
Thank you very much.
There's a silver lining there. Richard.
Yeah, Cheaper by the Dozen 2. It's a proper Hollywood-sized hit, I'm afraid. Father of the Bride Part 2 got 10 points as well. You said LA Story at one point during your summation. If you'd said LA Story then, you'd have got 1 point. So that's sort of a relief, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Sort of a relief. Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers, though. The Prince of Egypt, that's one of the, an animation did the voiceover too. The Outer Towners with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes Back in Action, that was one of those semi-animated movies. Novocaine, The Spanish Prisoner, the David Mamet film about a big con. The Muppet movie he was in, that was pointless. Movers and Shakers, pointless. Grand Canyon, and Simple Twist of Fate. Very well done if you said any of those at home.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, David and James. It's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Brilliant contestants.
Thank you.
So nobody's won our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £4,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Kick Kick off your evenings with catchphrase double episodes weeknights from 7. That's double trouble, double time, double bubble. Oh, no, hang on. I think that last one's something a bit different.